welcome everyone back to the dialogue. I believe that almost everyone here have sit in your group already. Now we will have group 1, which is biological and agricultural science, group 2, clinical science, group 3, physical science and engineering, and group 4, social science. The members of this group have different backgrounds, and we are going to let each of the groups describe and identify good practice of responsible conduct of research, follow your distinct and disciplines. Each group will have a facilitator to help you during this session. I will now pass the floor to Ms. Zoe to explain a little bit more about this session.
So, although your tables are rectangular, we would like to make this like a round table discussion. So, because there are so many of you, which is wonderful, there are lots of people here to exchange ideas, but it means that only one person can talk at a time to be respectful. So, perhaps the best way is to turn to a partner, in fact, one person next to you, and perhaps you don't know them. You can introduce yourself and make a new friend, and come up in the first 15 or 20 minutes, really, and if you do know them, maybe go to a different seat, find a new friend with whom you can discuss. So really looking at the questions that are on your agenda, in essence, what are the challenges and the problems that you have in what practices in your specific discipline pose the greatest areas of risk? What are the problems, challenges? And then the second part, what are the solutions? What recommendations can we come up with as a community? Not just to say, oh, the government should do this, the journals should do that, the president should do this, but what, as a community, solutions can we create to promote this culture of research integrity? So to encourage your discussion so everyone gets to talk and think and learn from each other, let's break into pairs for this part, and then in about maybe 20 minutes or so, we can come up with a consensus within the sort of general vicinity, which means maybe each rectangle is divided into 2 rounds, if that's possible. And then as a general group, you can identify 1 or 2 rapporteurs or individuals who will speak on behalf of your group after lunch to say, these are the things we came up with on our end of the table and our end. Does that make sense? Clear? So you have maybe 15-20 minutes to discuss challenges and potential solutions to those challenges. In the spirit of Da Vinci and even electronic notebooks, perhaps we should write some of these things down so we remember. Enjoy your conversations.
ธิบายเป็นภาษาไทยนะคะก็ในเซสชันนี้นะคะก็จะเป็นรวมสมองของคำถามด้วยกันนะคะคำถามแรกคือว่าในแต่ละแอเรียที่เราจัดกลุ่มกันอยู่เนี่ยค่ะเราเคยเจอปัญหาทางด้านจริยธรรมและคุณภาพการวิจัยอะไรบ้างนะคะเป็นคำถามที่หนึ่งแล้วที่ผ่านมาคำถามที่สองคือว่าเราเคยแก้ปัญหาตรงนั้นอย่างไรตรงไหนที่คิดว่าจะเป็น good practice ที่จะไปแก้ปัญหาต่างๆเหล่านั้นนะคะโดยช่วงสุดท้ายของการ discussion นะคะก็อยากจะให้เลือกออกมาไม่เกิน5 priority ที่สำคัญปัญหาที่คิดว่าที่สำคัญสำหรับในสาขาวิชาของเราอะค่ะแล้วก็เลือกตัวแทนในแต่ละสาขาออกมาพรีเซนต์ในช่วงบ่ายค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
เราอยากจะไปใช้ในโบราณเป็นทำเป็นกราฟโฟในคนไทยว่ามันจะมีการขออนุญาตเราไปจะอยู่ในที่ที่มีใครแนะนำว่าตกลงเราจะไปลงยังไงเราจะขายยังไงเกิดเราจะเก็บเงินเยอะระบบเป็นพอที่จะเป็นเท่ากับทีม
เดี๋ยวผมจะลองดูเผื่อว่าเพราะว่าสังเกตว่าตัวผมเองด้วยแล้วก็ผู้เข้าร่วมอาจจะยังไม่ค่อยได้วิธีการเรื่องคำถามเราได้แล้วใช่ไหม2 คำถามแต่วิธีการเนี่ยเมื่อกี้คุณเซอร์วี่เขาแนะนำว่าให้เนื่องจากมันใหญ่และยาวโต๊ะมันใหญ่และยาวอย่างเงี้ยให้คุยกันในกลุ่มเล็กๆท่านบอกว่าทีละคู่เพราะว่าอาจจะไม่จำเป็นต้องคู่อาจจะเนี่ย5-6 คนที่พอกันคุยกันรู้เรื่องเนี่ยนะครับคุยกันเสร็จแล้วก็อย่างเช่นกลุ่มที่1เนี่ยก็อาจจะเป็นสัก3 หรือ 4 กลุ่มย่อยนะฮะแล้วก็คงจะต้องมีคนจบประเด็นนิดนึงแล้วก็เอาไปรวมกันที่รัฐวัดเลยนะฮะอย่างนั้นใช่ไหม I just said that maybe 3 or 4 you know yeah, smaller groups form smaller groups and discuss these 2 questions and then this maybe here you can have 3 or 4 subgroups combined คำถามเนี่ยเอาง่ายๆเลยนะครับเพราะเวลาเรามีน้อยคุณโซอี้บอกว่าเอาง่ายๆกันคำถามที่1 problems what problems do you have in conduct of research นะครับคำที่2คือ solutions เรามี solutions อะไรโดยเฉพาะ solutions ที่ยังไม่เคยมีการดูกันในเมืองไทยครับเชิญเลยครับ
ปัญหาสีเหลืองสีฟ้าเป็นการแก้ไขสีชมพูเป็นข้อเสนอแนะหรือข้อเสนอแนะการแก้ไขเป็นต่างปัญหาสีเหลืองก็แนวทางแก้ไขเป็นสีชมพูส่วนสีฟ้าอะไรเยอะคอมเมนต์ให้กับรัฐบาลสุโขทัยนโยบายอะไรอย่างนี้ถูกติดกับคุณ
You can go ahead and discuss.
But maybe
you can just sit here.
only like 3 or 4. 3 or 4.
You can play our games. Actually, we just put the color like yellow for the board. Yeah, we just put it in the board.
Let's go ahead and start the part.
Okay.
But actually, it's fine that you can speak English and then we can share some issue that come from Malaysia or from
Okay, sure. So if you think that it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, we want to practice English anyway.
You speak very good English, yeah.
No, but what we're going to do is that we're going to write down the problem and then some solution.
Okay.
Yellow is the problem.
Yellow is problem.
And pink is the solution.
Solution. Okay.
And the blue is the recommendation, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And and we will discuss later how we can solve this.
So do you do the problem first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, you
Okay.
problem first. Try to. Okay. Because right now, each people come from different university, different land, so we just bring out our experience that you have problem about ethics, integrity before. So just write down what we have problem
Yeah.
before.
So everyone just write it down and place it there, and after that we look at it, and then
Right.
okay, that would be great. Yeah.
Sharing some experience. Some solution.
Yeah. Okay.
ขออนุญาตนิดนึงถ้าเกิดถือว่าคิดไม่ออกว่าเกี่ยวกับกระบวนการวิจัยมีประเด็นเรื่องคุณภาพและจริยธรรมการวิจัยอะไรบ้างก็สามารถดูโฟล์อันนี้ได้นะคะว่าตรงไหนที่เราคิดว่ามันสำคัญสำหรับสาขาของเราค่ะ This is flow about the quality and integrity.
Yeah. This is a very beautiful drawing. Yeah.
Can you read it?
I couldn't read it, but there are some English word here, so I know there must be a flow. Yeah, along the research. Yeah.
Thank you. I will try to have
English version.
version.
That would be great.
Try,
Yeah.
try.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually have two over here. One is like in Malaysia, we actually have a problem of like we purchase a lot of good equipment, but there's a lack of planning and management of the equipment in terms of like annual maintenance, calibration. Yeah, so that lead to unreliable because of faulty equipment. Yeah. Second one, champion of researchers who are lack of integrity but with many publications. Yeah. So that's two major that we can think of. We actually have many issues.
Problem is like in China, the process to apply for ethics take a long time. And for example, we set up some committee for ethics to use animals. Then the researcher has to solve it, and then wait for the committee for having meeting for once a month or whatever. So this is quite a long process. So then for example, if the researcher would like to apply for the grant, before they cannot have that, they have to have like the approval for the ethics committee. So then it is like okay, then it's kind of the so the researcher cannot apply to have that challenge.
So
This is
do you have problems with researchers who just do research without having proper
ethics.
no,
Change the operation of the ethics committee.
Yeah.
Because most of the thing that we experience, we have like the big committee for the whole university, and then for different faculty, they have the different culture or the issue to ask for. Then it's difficult for committee to understand the situation of each faculty. So we just thinking if we can have like subcommittee to issue, for example, for the issue of the faculty of science is probably one thing. The issue for faculty of medicine probably
Yes. That's what in my university is doing. We have research, ethical committee for clinical, ethical committee for non-ethical. Yeah, and then we have like committee for animal, and then we have one more extra recently, ethical committee for dentistry, like dental health and all the things, because too many.
How long the process of
The process is pretty, it's more efficient nowadays, I would say. We used to have the issue also of like months to come up. But then after that they changed the system, use online system. We have a system where like 2 or 3 reviewers will work on that thing without need to wait for a meeting to come together. So unless there is a serious issue that we want to reject, and then they will have a meeting. Yeah.
One thing
so
I
that's
want to add, similar to what we've been talking about, is the issue of peer review of grants and publication. Because the Malaysia research environment is very small. The number of experts that we have is very limited. Therefore, sometimes we are asked to review a paper or a grant. It's not really in our area of expertise. But we don't have enough people, so we have to review it, even though we are only half knowledgeable. So I think it's not a very good thing to do. And the second problem is then, because the field is so small, everyone knows everyone else, so we have an issue of conflict of
interest.
Where it's not uncommon when I have to review my friend's grants or my friend's ethics application, because the field is very small. I think being in a small environment, you have those kind of problems.
I think there needs to be a guideline on how to be an ethical reviewer.
I think it would be very good. Attention of that would be very good to actually we can tap into resources in the region, ASEAN region. There's no reason why our paper can be sent to Thailand to review, which is more objective and fair. Yeah, we can review your paper as well.
Yeah.
Because Malaysia is so small. But if you put Thailand, Indonesia, much bigger.
They always have like this meeting or whatever for researchers, but not for research funder. They actually play a role here. Yeah.
กำลังลิสต์ปัญหาเลยครับเยอะเลยครับเดี๋ยวขอเขียนด้วยนะครับเดี๋ยวจะลืม
I'm from Mahidol University.
Mahidol?
Which
Ah,
department?
okay.
Actually, I'm from physics department.
Oh, physics.
But because I'm like I'm now working as a deputy dean for research. And actually for research integrity, most of the things in the life science are more serious than physical science.
I'm from Chiang Mai University.
Lovely place, yeah.
This morning. From Faculty of Engineering.
You have to drive down here or you flew down?
No, by train.
By train?
1 hour by plane.
by
Just
plane.
1 hour. But actually I'm working on biomaterial. But right now I try to implement this
multidisciplinary. Yeah. So do you find it difficult to cross, like when you go into biology?
Yeah.
It's different compared to engineering.
Yes, a lot different. A lot of regulation.
Yeah, practices, the
Yeah.
way that.
I went to Chiang Mai 2 years ago.
Oh, really? The relation?
That's my entry. Last year was just 1 year for meeting. This time different.
You're from University of Malaysia? So what university?
My university called University of Trauma.
I'm from University of Malaysia, UM, yeah.
Medicine.
I'm a microbiologist. Yeah.
So you can actually know about integrity, ethics already.
We're still learning.
Yeah, we are still
So thank you very much.
because we are from Young Scientist Network, so we represent. Okay, thank you.
บอกว่าเริ่มต้นอย่างไม่เขาให้ฝึกหัดนะเขาจะแยกกันอะไรแบบไฮริสเลยเขาเป็นอาปัตติซอส
So you have the science security department or some office of the
ก็ขนาด
science.
ผมคน
Integrity. Not really in Malaysia. We don't really have an office of integrity as a whole for the whole country. We are, I think, probably slower than Thailand
No.
in setting up. Yeah, but we do have some. Yeah, system.
My university Office of Integrity, which is under the office of the Vice Chancellor, but they look at all
Different thing.
They
Yeah.
looked at, for example, cases of corruption, bribery,
Yeah. Sexual harassment. Yeah.
but
It's
not so much on religion. So we haven't looked at that.
integrity in the conduct, like in our career, but rather than on research itself. Yeah. So the expertise, like for university research integrity, is not so much.
Yeah. พวกเราเล่าเราจะลองเล่าปัญหา
เยอะเลยครับไม่ผมได้เจอปัญหาเยอะอาจารย์น่าจะปัญหากลางๆนะเพราะผมได้เจอปัญหาเยอะ
ที่นี่ก็พอดีผมเล่าเราผ่านแล้วแต่การผมเล่าเขาผ่านแล้ว
sample problem right because right now I heard that when doing like implant test it's not allowed like engineer to working on animal they need someone to certify
Yes,
right
someone with
but we didn't know about that so I'm not sure that it's going to take long like
Competent personnel, that's what they call it. Yeah.
right and cost consuming or not because we didn't put that in the proposal when we asking for funding so that we need to learn about how to write the proposal that related to integrity or ethics, something like that.
Make sure that people who are doing it know the compliance.
Right, comply to regulation.
Correct knowledge. Yeah.
That's one of my research is scaffold for cataract implant. As an example that I'm doing right now. So they said that I need to have someone that's certified for like ethics that can do some surgery. So right now I'm working on with the medical doctor.
Yes.
So I'm not doing that.
Yes.
So
It's the
since
same
can't
in
do
Malaysia.
that,
Yeah, it's the same in Malaysia. So anything related to medical, you need to have, yeah, with someone, yeah.
this is like that's why we need like knowledge management, something that can like mentoring system help build cross-disciplinary people to know what to do first.
Yeah.
Because right now, because he's my friend, it's not charged too much. But in case of another project, to ask medical doctor to perform your test is going to cost some money. Also, that we need to put in the proposal first.
But do you think that that will become an issue? Like in Malaysia, we do have this issue, like, there is a need to have a medical doctor, like, in collecting blood sample or whatsoever. So there is a need to put a NIM in for application. But that researcher, he or she is probably biomedical background, and then she herself can take blood. So that medical doctor is just a NIM, actually doesn't play a role at all in the research. Yeah, so will that actually become also an issue if there's no education being going on, like, so it includes someone who is actually actively involved too. So paper published, the medical doctor has a NIM because it's part of the team, but never actually play an active role just because of fulfill compliance. So we put someone's NIM, so we borrow NIMs. Yeah.
So what do you think about this case?
Yeah, it is happening in Malaysia that we do have this policy that you must, because
Very
under the
common.
yes, it's very common.
Internal medicine. Two divisions. The medicine will be the medical doctors, medical doctors. And then on the other side, you have health sciences.
Yeah.
Those will do basic bench science and laboratory science. But the medical lecturers, they are also required to do research on these papers. But they don't know how to do it because they're trained as medical doctors. They see patients, but they can do research. So what they do is to find someone on this side. You want a grant?
Yeah.
You want to get a grant? They say, you do it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
but when you get a result, come on.
Yes.
It's very common.
Yeah, very common. Yeah. Because of this issue, because before that we don't have, like, we do not need a medical doctor, but then these like clinical ethic approval come in, so it require a medical doctor. So then these become another issue. Yeah.
Because to get a grant, you need a medical doctor.
Yes,
but
yes.
kind of that is a lot of work, like academic service work.
Yes, yes.
Hospital.
Yeah. So then another issue, another misconduct issue appear in this system.
You create a system, but you create a problem also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a loophole.
Yeah, it's like a loophole.
Gray
Yeah,
area.
people just
They always find ways to go around.
manipulate. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a problem in Thailand, especially in Chiang Mai, because when this doctor is have to put too much pressure that he needs to do research,
Yeah.
that's why he resigned and
Yeah.
go to private hospital.
Yeah, it's the same in Malaysia. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Too bad.
It's very difficult to balance. Yeah, so what is the point to catch? That's why we always ask, like, how strict you want to be and how loose you can accept. That kind of balance is kind of difficult. Yeah.
So what else is common or commonly heard in Thailand? Any other issues? I mean, you mentioned about the committee take a long time. What else? I'm very curious from Malaysians. What else is kind of common or
but actually the case that you mentioned is actually also occurred in Thailand.
Which case?
Like we yes, when we write out the proposal,
You have someone,
some medical doctor
Yeah.
or some physician, it's okay
Yeah.
to you can get the sample.
Yeah.
But eventually there is someone in the lab, for example, student or some other relative to donate the part, and then they can use that sample to do the experiment or whatever. That also problem. But then the ethics committee also know that actually because one they check, okay, you say that you have 50 samples from that previous year. When or what happened when you collect the sample, can you see the evidence But if you slow down the process, if we are too slow, then the problem as
Dilemma. It's always dilemma, yeah.
But another issue that I like to take is a problem is the funding agency. Because the funding agency never they give the funding, but they're not thinking in terms of the ethics process.
Yes, true. It's not being considered. Yeah.
And it can consuming a lot for the ethics process. Then, for example, if we have to let's say we have 10 samples, then you have to pay the one that give you a sample for example. That the funding agency never think that that will cost some other we have as well. So maybe for example we get 1 million baht for planting, but not that normally is not included. Okay, get the sample or whatever. If the funding allowed, then the researcher will happy to follow the regulation.
Yes, true. It's a lack of research funding.
They cover for sample preparation.
We need to build it in, but we do have an issue too. Yeah.
I think when it comes to medical research, it's a bit more stringent. When it comes to animal research, it's a lot more established.
Yes.
But other things maybe not as established. But I think you're right. Sometimes thinking about the two aspects not related to human. There are a lot of people interest, for example, training of researchers. Those are not so looked into during the funding process. But I think Malaysia is slowly trying to move that direction.
We do have this issue too. Yeah, particularly we have like a slash in all the research funding in the recent years. So we are facing with a lot of problem, like because we need to keep probably this money only for research material. So we slash away all the training and everything. That is a big issue. Yeah. So just curious to like, do you all have awareness issue that people actually there's no training available, we do not know what to do type of thing?
Actually, for the institute, we try to we have the training on how you write out the proposal with the ethics, with the good ethics. We have to set up this kind of workshop, and then but we lack of the sort of funding actually. Then whenever we have the funding for research, but not funding for make a good ethic. So even the researcher have to go to that workshop, they have to pay. And how could they get the money for that?
Yeah, true.
So
not enough time.
They would like us to combine. They can have one representative. So then if it's too many.
Yeah,
so we have too many.
Yeah, it's true. So do they want to collect all these things that we have written?
Translate also Thai. This problem, no solution.
Yeah, I can do it. So can I complete train.
ปัญหามีทางออกกำลังคิดถึงวิธีแก้พอดี Probably take it down.
I can hear from the vibrant conversation, everyone is now happily engaged in a conversation. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt, because this is exactly what we want, is this sort of brainstorming. This is just a short interruption to ask you to complete a small task. As part of your round table, you are now Knights of Research Integrity at the round table discussion, and we have a small task for you. In the next 15 minutes, maybe Supatra, you can translate for me in Thai to make it easier. In the next 15 minutes, we're just asking you to focus in your small group on one main problem that you realized was pervading or influencing the other problems, and then the solution. So here is your slide. Please turn your attention to the projector. Your small group, however large or small, even if it's 2 people only, we have time for each group to have 3 minutes. 3 minutes after lunch, each group will have 1 person. You can go up as a group if you like, or we will pass the microphone around so no one is having to stand up. But we will ask your group to present the problem and the solution, and you have the task of doing it in 3 minutes, like you are meeting the president and you have 3 minutes to convince her that your project is worthy of funding. Okay? Supatra or Ansuja, where's Ansuja? Quick translation, someone perhaps quick translation just to summarize the task. Sorry. So you have now before 12:15, yeah. So you have 15 minutes. 12:15 we go to lunch. In those 15 minutes, come up with problem solution. Now.
คุณซันนี่บอกว่าเดี๋ยวเป็นกลุ่มย่อยเล็กๆนะคะอย่างกลุ่มเดี๋ยวคุณซันนี่เขาจะได้อีกทีว่ากลุ่มย่อยที่เขาสังเกตเห็นคืออยู่ตรงไหนบ้างอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็แต่ละกลุ่มเนี่ยขอให้สรุป3 นาทีต่อ1 กลุ่มก็จะมีทั้งหมดตอนนี้ที่นับได้จะเป็น15 กลุ่มย่อยค่ะเดี๋ยวอาจจะขอรบกวนให้เขียนสรุปในตัวเทมเพลตนี้ค่ะในกลุ่มเดียวกันก็ขอให้เขียนอยู่ในตัวสไลด์เดียวกันนะคะอาจจะแยกอย่างตรงproblemค่ะก็จะแยกเป็น bullet point ลงมาว่าเราเจอประเด็นปัญหาอะไรบ้างแล้วก็ solution ก็แยกเป็น bullet point ลงมาอีกทีค่ะขอให้เลือกเป็นประเด็นที่สำคัญนะคะ1 problem แล้วก็1 solution ขอโทษค่ะถ้าขออนุญาตนะคะอาจจะสรุปออกมาเป็นสรุปแล้วก็ออกมาพรีเซนต์อยู่ข้างหน้านี้ได้ค่ะเพราะว่าไม่งั้นจะทำให้เสียเวลาโซอี้แจ้งไว้ก็สรุปเป็น1 problem 1 ประเด็นแล้วก็1 solution ค่ะแล้วก็พรีเซนต์อยู่พรีเซนต์
แต่ถ้าสีฟ้าได้เป็นรีมาร์คเดี๋ยวที่ว่าอะไรสีฟ้าเป็นรีมาร์คใช่ไหมสีฟ้าเป็นที่หนึ่งใช่ครับแล้วมันผสมกันชมพูกับฟ้าเป็นโซลูชันเราเลยต้องบอกกัน
How
How is the conversation?
It's great, yeah, it's great.
Very
Yeah.
gracious to translate the whole
Yeah.
discussion.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice.
Yeah, but we can see that there are a lot of differences, like in Thailand and Malaysia. Yeah, everyone has like different problems. That's interesting. Yeah.
And what was the one? Maybe you should present just from Malaysia. You don't have to join this group. We have time enough for each group.
Okay.
So if you want to say in Malaysia, this is our biggest problem, and here's our solution.
Okay.
If you know that like the one risk point you might
Yeah.
identify.
But we might not have solution.
Yeah, but
we only have a problem. Yeah.
that's okay. At least,
That's
right?
okay,
It's
right,
the first
yeah.
acknowledgement of a problem. It's
Yeah.
like sexual harassment, and it used to be never talked about. Now we know it's an issue. At least there's a policy, you know.
Sexual harassment is something that we should not discuss.
Yeah, exactly, right? But
Yeah,
we're
it just
such
turn your head
insensitive.
up a bit,
Or
yeah.
misconduct, same thing. Misconduct.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no. And it's probably the numbers have not, the numbers of allegations and cases have increased, but only because we're aware of the problem, not because there's more misconduct happening. It's probably fairly inconsistent. In fact, at ORI, the numbers of cases, allegations, findings, public findings is basically consistent over the last 20 years. Small drop in the last year because we had a challenging director. Challenging. I wish her well, but it's challenging. Everyone wants to leave because
Different ideas, different. Is it more of a different approach or different management?
the latter.
Management.
And yeah. I mean,
That's too bad because methodology can come up with a very good vision but wrong management.
Yeah. And it's arguable whether the vision is aligned with the research community too. It's a very unique situation. I wish her well. It's just, it's just the idea of with such an important office, it's sad to see one person can just take it.
It's really sad too. Yeah.
Just one person can make people go, oh yeah, American, I'm lucky I have two passports. Because, and now with Brexit too, I'm like, I'm embarrassed
So
because,
where do you go then?
well yeah, I
Well, at
mean,
least
it's
Scotland
like,
is still part of it.
I know, where, yeah.
You really have a Scottish exit.
I know. But it's so, at first I was so thinking, oh my gosh, Brexit is so bad. And when I was actually in Britain 2 days before the election, and then I went to France, and I said, bonjour, and then to the guy, and I showed him my passport, and he goes, like, okay. And he said, are you sure you want to come? And, oh, you think you're better than us? And he was laughing, joking with me, but he said, this is only going to work for a short time. Then you have to have a new, you have to be a foreigner, because I was EU, European Union line.
Because you're a foreigner line.
Yeah. That's what he was laughing. He said, So, but now, even with the American passport, it's like, it's embarrassing because he's such an idiot. He really is an idiot. You just think, at least, although I didn't agree with the politics of George Bush, and at the time saying, why is he invading Iraq? We have no evidence that Hans Blix and the nuclear weapons inspectors, they said there was no evidence of that. And so then I thought, oh, he's the worst president we've ever had. Even though I'm so young, I don't know all the presidents. But my mother's godmother is 101 in New York, and she even said in her lifetime,
Nixon is not the worst president.
well, she was saying that about her history and the era, and she said actually because he was intelligent, he was conniving, and he was deceitful in some ways, but at least he was intelligent. And she said, well, George Bush hasn't an ounce of intelligence. At least now, retrospectively, we look back and we say George Bush was at least better because he was smart enough to know that he needed help. So he would get advice from his father, he got advice from advisors. He actually did a lot
His
to
advisors really good. His advisor, Condoleezza Rice or Colin Powell, they're all very
Exactly. Yeah. And so that, it's so funny that now he's seen as like better in my eyes because
You thought you had seen the worst.
yeah. And
Where's coming?
he's not that bad when you compare the two. It's
embarrassing. I mean, everything he does in the news, I think, I don't know, like I'm here, I'm in Hong Kong or Taiwan, and I thought, should I look at the US news or not? I'm almost afraid to see what gaffe he has committed in Asia. He's here and he pats the back of the emperor, and but to me those are small